What's going on, man? It's the boy Dwayne McClain. We back. Today I'm here to give you guys my album review of Rick Ross' album Port of Miami 2, and just give my topics on it, my thoughts on it. I listened to the whole album, listened to it twice. I just came back from the hospital. I had brain damage after listening to Ugly God's album. My ears were just bleeding. It hurt so bad after I got done listening to it. I had brain damage. I think I got a tumor or something, but the doctor told me to come back. But this Rick Ross album, I think, helped some of that because this actually was a really dope album. I really wasn't expecting to be good, this nice. I thought it was gonna be, kind of like Hood Billionaire, one of Ross' weakest albums. But this one here was actually a dope album. I would advise anybody to go listen to it. It's actually a dope album. Like I said, man, I had some brain damage. That Ugly God album was terrible. I'm glad I got to listen to some dope quality music. And on my last video, when I was talking about Ugly God's album, I was saying that how people don't come out with quality music anymore. Well, this one here is quality music. It's classic Rick Ross. It's classic vintage Rick Ross. It gives you that Teflon Don, Aston Martin music feel throughout the whole album. I'm gonna give it a 4 stars out of 5. I want to give it a 5-star, but it just doesn't have that impactful song that it needs to be a 5-star album. It's consistent through the whole album. I don't think there's one bad song on it, but there's not one song on it that is standoutish. Like, when Port of Miami 1, he had Hustling. That song right there made that a classic album. Then he had the song Blow. That made that song a classic album. And then his second song, Triller, he had The Boss, and he had We Shining. And Teflon Don, which is some people deem his best album, to me is going to always be Triller, but most people deem that as Rick Ross' best album. Teflon Don had Aston Martin music, which to me will always be his best song of all time that he ever constructed. Probably his best song of all time. I don't think he ever that and Hustling. I like his 2-1. So the album is missing a song like that's that impactful, But the rest of the album is great. I'm listening to it. It's gonna be on repeat for like the next couple of weeks, unless something else comes out. I thought it was amazing. Rick Ross did his thing, man. This might be the most lyrical Rick Ross we probably got in a while. The features, but I got some notes here for the album that I wrote down with my ugly ass handwriting, y'all. My handwriting ugly. What happened was when I was a kid, I broke both my hands, and I had to have my hands in a cast for a long time. So when I learned how to try to write again, my handwriting was pretty much fucked up. But on my notes I got is a dope album, 5 stars, no less than a 4-star. But I had to, when on the way to say I'm gonna make the video, I came to the conclusion that it's going to be a 4-star album. But just because it doesn't have that standout song, it's like, yo, I can't live without this song. Like, once you get done listening to the album, there's not going to be something you want to come back to. Like I said, with 2014 Forest Hill Drives, J. Cole, that album has so many songs you come back to it, like Love Yours. She shallow with the pussy, she shallow. That I forgot what the name of that song was, but that's a comeback song. But this album just missing that. But this album is classic Rick Ross. One thing on this album that he is like 2 songs, he talks about dying a lot. It's like 3 songs he talks about dying. One song, I think around the end of it, I think is either Maybach Music 6 or Vegas Residency. He says he's going to go to hell. He says he's going to die and go to hell. He said some crazy shit. I got this is probably one of Rick Ross' top 3 albums. Like I said, Triller's going to always be number 1. Port of Miami. And I'll say it's this one. Teflon Don, I was a fan of Teflon Don, but it didn't. I feel like this is better than Teflon Don, even though Teflon Don has Aston Martin music on it. Okay, I'll say top 5 Rick Ross album. He has 10 albums. This one is top 5. Okay, because it gotta go. Triller. That's my top 5 Rick Ross albums. Triller, Port of Miami 1, Teflon Don, then this one. Only reason Teflon Don is getting that 3rd spot because of Aston Martin music, y'all. That song, I remember when that song dropped. That song was everywhere. Motherfuckers was singing. That shit got played everywhere. People riding on their windows down. That shit was getting played everywhere. But the album rides though. This album right here, you can play it from start to finish. It's gonna ride. Let's go with number one, Act the Fool. That's the first song is titled on the album. It's called Act the Fool with Wale. Wale did his thing. And another thing with Rick Ross, he has all of MMG on here. He has Gunplay, Meek Mill, and Wale on the album. I really like that he's putting his people behind him, and he's actually getting some good features. But the first song, Act the Fool, I got it down as the wackest song of the album. The song's far from whack. It's just not as dope as the rest of them, okay? It's not a bad song though. The next song is Turnpike. Probably one of the most standout songs out here. I really like this one. It's probably one that has that classic Ross sound. You know, it makes you, when Rick Ross plays his music, Maybach music, you actually feel like you in a Maybach. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like this is what you're supposed to be listening to, you riding or something like that. I hope I ain't got my finger over the speaker. Okay. But Turnpike, and in the song Turnpike, there's some dumbass lady that he has speaking, and in that song he's like, hey, would you die for me? And she's like, yeah, I would. So like I said, he talks about dying a few times throughout this album. Like, are you ready to die? You wanted to die? Some crazy shit. But like I said, Turnpike was a good song. You know, I'm gonna go back through and listen to it again. I advise anybody go listen to it. Nobody's Favorite, that's the third song. Nobody's Favorite, that's what it's titled. Hard beat, hard hook. Not one of the best ones, but Gunplay was on here and he went hard. And y'all, I never was a fan of Gunplay. I always thought Gunplay was overrated. I thought he had, not even overrated, I just never thought he was that talented. But he did his thing on this one. I like how he sounded. I like how he flowed. You know, he did his thing on this one. I really think he showed up for this song. All right, let's move on to the fourth song on the album. All right, we got one called Summer Rain. Cool beat. It's one of the lovey-dovey songs. It's like a duet with him and a female. I'm not really a fan of this one. I'm just not all into the love songs and everything. I'm not one of those type of guys. I will pass on this song. So it sounds better than Act the Fool, which is the number one song. But to me, this one was one more of the, hey, I'm not really gonna mess with this one. Okay? So we also have White Lines, which is the fifth song. Fifth song is titled White Lines. Great song. Dope song. Hot. Fire. I'm coming back to this one. Dej Loaf did her thing. The melody she has on this song, amazing. Fucking amazing. How did Jesse Lee Peterson? Amazing. Her melody on this right here makes you want to listen to it. You didn't even got to listen to the rap. That melody she does. And it's about snorting white lines. And that's some shit. I was in a hotel room one time and I was the only non-coke snorter in there. There's plenty of people in there. I'm like, oh, everybody's just going to snort cocaine? Okay, alrighty. Okay, they're like, you want to hit the plate? Man, I'm like, no, no plates for me. Snort cocaine's not something I'm into. But the song was titled White Lines. Dej Loaf did a thing. I'm not even a fan of Dej Loaf. I can't stand her sometimes, but she was amazing on the song. Dope song. Probably top, there's 15 tracks on the song. This song got to be in top 5. Big Time, which is number 6. The number 6 song is titled Big Time. And this song is big time. This song is dope. Just Blaze is on the production. Anything with Just Blaze production, I gotta look. From when I was growing up, Just Blaze, we hear that. Just Blaze, you knew it was about to be a hot song. I think he produced Pump It Up for Joe Budden, his best song. Just Blaze is a legend producer. So to have Swizz Beatz and Just Blaze on the track is just fucking crazy. And also Ross talks about a lot of good things on the song right here. It's probably one of my favorite songs too. Throughout this album, Rick Ross hits a lot of good topics. He hits on a few topics about political stuff, what's going on in the community, you know, his health. But let's move on forward. Number 7, Bogus Charms. Classic song. Classic song. Classic Rick Ross, vintage Rick Ross, Maybach music sounding. Meek Mill does his thing, man. Meek Mill went in on this song. The hook is straight. You're going to come back to this song. Matter of fact, from White Lines, Big Time, Bogus Charms, those are the songs I'm really going to be coming back to. Rich Nigga Lifestyle. Oh, let's move on to the number 8 song. I'm sorry. The number 8 song is called Rich Nigga Lifestyle. Hot beat, man. Hot beat. There's not a whack beat on this album. To me, there wasn't a whack beat. And this is the song that had Nipsey Hussle featured. And Nipsey Hussle, he did his thing. I like how he was rapping. He rapped about Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching. Nipsey Hussle did his thing on this song, man. It was a really dope song that he did. Teyana Taylor's also on the song. I really don't even, I didn't even listen to too much of Teyana Taylor's part. I really don't even remember what part it was at. But This right here was a dope song. Rich Nigga Lifestyle was hot. I like Nipsey Hussle's part. I'm not even a fan of Nipsey Hussle like that. I'm gonna just go back and listen to it. Born to Kill, no, number 9. The number 9 song is called Born to Kill, featuring Young Jeezy. I don't know if y'all remember, but Young Jeezy and Ross had a beef once upon a time of the day. They squashed it a while, and they been squashed the beef, so it's good to see them back working together. Jeezy was dope on the song. This right here is a past song. You can pass by this one. It's not something that's gonna be like, I gotta come back to it. But Rick Ross talks about dying and killing on this song as well. Like, I just wanna know, are you ready to die? That's what I think, no, the song starts, he said, I just wanna know, are you afraid to die? So, Rick Ross did this thing on this. I mean, I'm not saying it's a past song. I'm saying I got this song right here with Summer Rain, Act the Fool, etc. But this right here was a decent one. The number 10 song, Fascinated, one of the hottest beats on the album. It got a little white lady in the back singing, has a great sample. It's not a white lady, I forgot what was the sample, but should have wrote it in my notes. Great sample, one of the hottest beats on the album to me. Dope, love this one right here, man. I'm coming back to this song. Oh, the number 11 song, I Still Pray, featuring Wife and Lucci and Ball Greasy. I don't know who the fuck Ball Greasy is. His part was hot, and Wife and Lucci part was hot. In this song, Ross talks about his surgery. He talks about some other issues he got going on in his life. He has a dope line. I had to write this line down. It says, your president is on Twitter while my people are suffering in the street. I like that line. I really feel like Ross is just trying to bring in more of a different audience. He's trying to broaden his topics, what he talks about. Everything always gotta be about luxury and music. I'm thinking he's just trying to broaden his fucking music wise. But he did his thing on that one. I really like this song, the number 11 song. All right, the number 12 song, Running the Streets, hot beat, tight lyrics. It's featuring A Boogie with the Hoodie and Denzel Curry. Number 13 song is called Vegas Residency. I like that song as well. Number 14, Maybach Music 6, featuring Lil Wayne and John Legend. Y'all know that's like Rick Ross' go-to guys when he wants to do something. John Legend, we did a Rich Forever song, which that whole mixtape was a classic mixtape. Should not have been dropped as a mixtape. We got that shit for free. I remember that shit dropped. Thanks, Ross. But John Legend did his thing on this song. Lil Wayne went in, classic Lil Wayne. He deals with all that crazy shit. And down to the last song, number 15, the last song called Gold Roses, featuring Drake. Dope song. Drake and Rick Ross, for some reason, they make some good music together. And I got a challenge for somebody. Every time I say dope throughout this video, I want you to take a shot. I should have said it at the very beginning, because I know I say that shit a lot, because I'm like, yo, this shit's hot. This album's hot. But 15 tracks, you got Lil Wayne features, Drake features. The features show out. Nobody has a whack feature. Even Gunplay showed up. Dej Loaf did a thing. Like I said, out of 15 tracks, it's like 3 of them I really don't care for. Act the Fool, I liked it. I'll say Summer Rain is like the main one. The one with Jeezy, I'm gonna listen to that over again. But that's just my preference. And like I said, this is a great album. 4 stars out of 5. It's just missing that standout track. It's just missing, you know how Jay-Z had H to the Izzo, J to the Izzo, A to the, I forgot how it was, H to the, what is he spelling? H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy, Fushism. You know how that song was on the Blueprint? That song made everything stand out. How he had Big Pimpin'. Like, there's certain albums that drop where you can have a few wax songs if you give us 2 or 3 hot ones. Like songs we have to come back to. We have to. There's going to be a mandatory once a year. I got to come back to this song. And this album doesn't have nothing like that. To me, it doesn't. The main song I'm gonna go back to is White Lines, for that Dej Loaf melody. Maybach Music 6. Those might be the main 2. Oh, the one he did with Wild Lucci as well. I like hearing rappers rap about some real shit. He's rapping about the surgery. He's rapping about some real shit. That's the one I'm gonna still go. They're like the main ones I'm gonna go to. Rich Nigga Lifestyle with Nipsey Hussle. No, the one Wild Lucci is called I Still Pray. So I'm gonna still go to that one. But this album right here will probably be, not saying if you've forgotten about it, just not gonna, it's not gonna have anything for me to come back to. And after I get my plays out of it, I'm about to play it on repeat for the next couple weeks, and I'm gonna like it. But if somebody might be different, this might be your favorite album of all time. Everybody's different, but I advise everybody to go listen to this album. Anybody who watches this, please go listen to this album. If you don't have a streaming service, I don't know what the hell you're waiting on. Bootlegging music is hard. I had to sell out and get Apple Music, and I don't even have I'm not an Apple Android. Not an Apple user. I'm a Android user. I don't know if that's a cool thing or not, but never could get an iPhone. You can't download pornos on iPhone. Some people say you can, but I have a fucking SD drive that's 128 gigabytes full of porn. So I don't know if you can do that on an iPhone, but until you can, I will switch then. But that has nothing to do with anything. What I'm saying is I got Apple Music on here on my S10. So you need to go get you a stream or something so you can get to these albums and listen to them. Like they're really you're missing out on a lot of music by not having a streaming service. But I advise anybody to go listen to this album. Dope album, great. I fucks with it. I've always been a fan of Rick Ross. Great album. Oh, she stank. Oh, she gay. Oh, scissor time. Smoking them fucking Black and Milds. Anyways, man, it's the boy Don McClain. I got the 2 videos coming this week with Ab-Soul and Jay-Z. I'm probably gonna record them as soon as I get off of here. But those right there, gonna have to put some time into. I'm not just gonna just upload them. I actually want to put some visuals in. Want to add some transitions in. Want to do some little bit of editing. The little bit I can do on my phone. I'm just gonna keep on pushing forward with it. And I got those 2. Anything else y'all want to see? Is coming. So y'all continue to subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Y'all fuck with me, just keep putting the word out there, keep watching it. Hopefully people come to the channel and fuck with it. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Y'all be safe out there. Much love. Peace.